started well again, like you have all 4 games this year, but it must have been pleasing to finish the way you did and win by almost 100 points.
Yeah, look, it's probably more about the way we played, I think. I thought it was a bit of an arm wrestle for the first half of the first quarter, and we sort of hung in there and absorbed their pressure, and then we were able to, put some scoreboard pressure on late in the first quarter, which sort of allowed us to dictate the game. But yeah, I thought the boys were really good, really even performance.
The games this year followed a trend, especially the last couple, where you've had a big patch of sort of 10 or 15 minutes in the first quarter where you've blown the game away, and then you've been able to finish the job late in the game, which I guess both aspects must be pleasing.
Yeah, look, I think the players are really get some real confidence, I think, in the work that they've done over the summer, that they can, run hard and run strong and be able to continue it late into the game. So, I thought it was really even. And, when the heat was on earlier, I thought we were pretty good.
People keep comparing to the same time last year, but it just seems that your depth is a lot better, so you would be able to cover losses to players like Schleut and Saunders, who got injured and that hurt you last year, but this year you seem to be a lot more even.
Yeah, look, I think there's no doubt that having everyone available, bar really Jared Parry and Luff will play next week, so Martinez should play next week, so we've got virtually everyone available, so it certainly makes it more of a challenge, I guess, for the players to put their hand up, but when you've got everyone up and going, it helps. So, the twos were good today, and I think we've certainly got a better spread through the midfield, which we can carry a bit more. But you're only as good as the talent you've got out there. I think, if you look at West Perth, they're struggling at the moment, but they've probably got 5 or 6 of their best 10 players out. So, you've got to have them on the field.
You were great all over the ground, but the backline was outstanding. Josh Pullman, he just looks like a revelation as a tall defender. Blaine Wilson again played great. Marlon Pickett, when he had to, was terrific. McIntosh, Gundry, your backline just really stood up.
Yeah, the backs have been good, and to concede less than 50 points again was really pleasing. But I think if you ask the backs, they'd be the first one to tell you that the forward pressure and the midfield pressure that we're putting on at the moment allows the backs, I guess. The ball movement coming in hasn't been, as precise. It's really under pressure all the time, so that helps.
Forward options, Mason Shaw finished up with 5 today, I think, and Young Strong also a strong focal point in attack.
Yeah, look, Saunder was our leading goal kicker going into the game, and they were able to keep him reasonably under control. He still kicked a couple, but it was pleasing for Mace. Hasn't played much footy the last couple of years, and he's worked great, and he's been fantastic since he come back. And he got the reward today, but Strommy's going well as well. Like even the last goal I think that Mason kicked. Zach led up really hard, drew a bit of attention, and then Mace popped out the back. So this year on the load, I think we had 11 goal kickers, so it's good.
It's a massive job for Josh Branchy up against an ex-AFL ruckman, and I thought he was clearly the best big man on the ground.
Yeah, look, he's a young bloke, finding his way. He's a bit frustrated the other week against East Perth, playing against 3 Giants, but he certainly learned a lot from it, and he certainly gave us first use, especially early today. So. And Graham ended up playing forward for large portions. So, yeah, look, he took some contested marks, and I think he's understanding the game well.
In some ways, the injury to Brock Higgins to start the year, will that help Josh's development? And then it also gives you an interesting dilemma once Brock's ready to go, because he looked pretty good, especially in the third quarter in the reserve today. And, it'll help Josh, but it'll also give you an interesting mix when Brock's right to go.
Yeah, no doubt. And even if you look at the end of last year, we did blood a lot of young players through injury, which happens. But towards the end of last year, we had them both available, and Josh was, taking the centre bounce stuff. So, look, it's great to have Brock back out on the ground. He's missed a lot of footy, so he's got a little bit of work to do. But thankfully, we're going all right, and we can stick to the plan we have in place for him.
4 wins from as many games. It's the perfect preparation for an Anzac Day round clash against East Fremantle or Derby.
Yeah, look, I think the good thing about derbies, over the years, it really doesn't matter where you are on the ladder. They're always pretty physical and tight and tough games, and you want to play in them. So, we look forward to it.
Chris mentioned Josh Pullman. Could you give me a bit of an idea on at what stage you decided that you'd be playing down back? And he has been a revelation, hasn't he?
Yeah, look, having Mace, and we've been pretty keen to play Zach Strong forward. Even towards the end of last year, we were trying to play him forward, but out of necessity, he kept ending up back. And then Chris Luff was overseas, and we probably thought we need a bit of leadership and a key target to play back for us. And I think the thing we love about Josh is, he's a real leader around the place, does everything right, and we trust him enormously. So when we floated the idea with him, he was all for it. So he works pretty hard and he's pretty keen to have an impact and to learn. And there's probably no better preparation to be a defender than a played as a forward, because you know exactly what you're trying to stop. So, but he's been really good for us.
Because he played mainly as a forward when he was with, was it Redland in Queensland, or?
I think he's played pretty much forward his whole life.
And at Swans, yeah.
Yeah. So, but he's got a lot of probably experienced players around him, and they're working well as a defensive unit. So, I'm sure he'll get tested at times with a bit more better ball use than he had to today. But he's growing all the time.
Are you able to provide a quick update on Cam McCarthy training with the club now, and that's pretty much been given the all clear, and also when you expect Zeph Skinner to come?
Zeph Skinner is expected in the next fortnight. He'll be down. He's just in the process of getting things organised, as far as I'm aware. Cam started training, so he'll train with us. Yeah.